Would you recommend Tabassum to others, and if so, why? I would recommend Tabassum to others, and she already knows I have already, to close friends and family, because they are really ready to grow, to shift their perspective, and to overcome things that they think might be holding them back. But as a big disclaimer, anyone that's considering working with Tabassum, you need to be ready to change, be ready to grow, be ready to maybe feel uncomfortable at times, maybe overcome things that you find really hard. But you will have someone who genuinely cares, and someone who wants to support you and to see you flourish, which I think is really unique and special. So that's what you'll gain through her and through working with her. So if you're ready to transform, if you're ready to really shift your perspective and to unlock potential that you may not have even thought was possible, then definitely I would consider working with Tabassum, because I don't think you'll find anyone better than her. The three biggest things that I've learned while coaching with Tabassum are learning to attribute my self-worth to myself instead of my family, instead of my career highlights, instead of a partner, but instead to who I am as a person. And this means I can approach all my relationships in a healthy, positive way while enforcing my boundaries too, which I think is really great. The second thing that I would say that I've learnt is gaining the ability to navigate through really stressful and difficult points in my life through tasking that she's taught me, which is journaling, for example. And I can use that in a way to healthily process and navigate my emotions without becoming overwhelmed or consumed by them. And the third would be taking risks and challenging myself more. I think throughout my career I often struggled to challenge myself, and through the process of coaching with her I've learned to take more risk, learned to challenge myself, learned to not put my life on hold for something or for a goal that I want to achieve, and that's something that's really special. How has this differed to other things that you've tried, if you've tried anything at all? So I have previously worked with coaches and counsellors, but compared to Tabassum, I realised now they were very basic in the sense that Tabassum really tailors your needs where you are as you go through different points of your life to what she actually gives you in terms of tasking and how she helps and supports your growth. She and I often had regular touch points. She would always check in and go, how are you doing? Where are we on this? And there was a sense of accountability with a sense of reassurance. So even if I didn't meet a target, which was a personal goal that I'd set for a couple of months' time, there was never a judgment as to why that didn't happen. There was always a sense of accountability without feeling the pressure. Instead, she came to me with kindness and support, and that was really, really unique. What did you find the most refreshing? The most refreshing part was her relatability. Tabassum never really shied away from explaining her own experiences, her recent breakthroughs, imparting her wisdom or her knowledge to guide and reassure her clients. Having someone who's gone through something similar, you have this sense of comfort to go, they've gone through that as well. And learning from them and through their own experience is something that's really unique, and I've never really had that with a coach or counsellor before, because that relationship was kept very professional without really much warmth at all. And Tabassum really showed that you can still be professional but still show that you care about your clients, their growth, their development, and really want them to succeed and flourish, and that's exactly what she did. What was your experience in the process of coaching with Tabassum? What did you like best? The best part of my coaching experience with Tabassum was her warm approach. There was no judgment, there was no unease, there was no stress. Instead, I met a teacher who guided me with genuineness and warmth through some of the most difficult points in my life, and challenged me to be a better version of myself after every session, held me accountable for any tasking that she knew would help me shift perspective or help me improve myself. She allowed me to widen my perspective, to learn from past experiences and shape my future in a way that I didn't really ever think was possible. Where were you emotionally when you contacted us, and why did you choose to start coaching with Tabassum? When I started coaching with Tabassum, I was at a point in my life where I was at a crossroad with my career. I didn't feel as though I was developing at the rate that I wanted to. I was dealing with emotional trauma from childhood into my adult life, and it just felt like there were many walls that were encasing me. and a really close friend of mine suggested that I start working with Tabassum, and I'm truly so glad that I did. I chose to start because I really did want to grow and change and level up, and that was the best way to go about it. If you could summarise in one word, your coaching experience with Tabassum, what would it be? My coaching experience with Tabassum in one word would be enlightening. Yeah, I think it was very enlightening.